Good morning, Internet. Happy holidays and all that wonderfulness. Clay just announced the last update they're going to do for the year. And I kind of gave up on the previous one, knowing that some updates were going to come out to fix some stuff. So I thought I'd try, now that there are two starts, you can either start on the swamp and then move to Terra and all of these, or you can start on Terra. And so what I wanted to try was kind of, it seems like it's going to be the vanilla, like the original start, but smaller, and then you can move to the other planets from there. So I'm basically going to try to speed run the early base stuff on Terra, because I want to see if I can basically fully fund my other bases. So I want to ship the water, oxygen, and food from the main base over. And I'd really love to get a Mechtronics engineer early. I've tried, I've been playing around with some stuff, and I just never get the Mechtronics to start. And so Shabby Drecker, don't care. Digger Supplier. Yeah. I'm definitely finding having more useful dupes that can do more things is slightly better. So digging operating. Irritable bowel I don't care about. That's fine. That's good. Okay, operating building. That, again, we want to get Mechtronics. Farming's not something I want. I always want my dupes to be able to do a couple of things. Yeah, perfect. So he can do the research and then move into decorating and ranching. And the future facility. Sounds like a great name. Okay, so this looks exactly like the beginning of normal. Looks like we got some slimes, some polluted water, some clean water. So we go into our normal basics, turn off the alarms, fix the schedule. And found even when you have dupes on other planets, getting the schedule built right at the beginning just makes it easy so that you don't need as many bathrooms. All right, priority, you are going to be, make sure I got the right one. Yep, excavation. So you are digging building, you are building operating, and you are going to be decorating, ranching, and research. Perfect. All right, we'll get all this queued up and get them building. So, standard early base stuff, dig down to the water, queue up a bathroom. And it's just let them get this done so I get the bathroom done fast. Once you get the bathrooms queued up, then it is time to start building some bedrooms. The first night they're going to be sleeping funny, and that is fine. And since I got some granite off here to the side, we're just going to build bedrooms on top of each other, and it doesn't matter. Set the priority high on the bathroom so they will clean it up. Alright, now that we got toilets, now we need oxygen. When we are low on copper ore, perfectly fine. And fill in that hole. Warning about the number of beds when I'm in the middle of making the beds. Now we need research. All right, we got 3 beds, perfect. We got a hatch. My goal is to get to hatch ranching as soon as possible, but early game is early game. You just gotta punch through it. I just want to dig down this water blob right there. Alright, and now research. As always, food. In terms of the size, I know I've mentioned this in other videos, by going 16 to either side of your printing pod, you end up with a space above that is the perfect size for a Great Hall. So let me get stuff queued up and we'll start making some food. And we are already up to our first printable. Let's see who we find. Ranching and decorating. Decorating I definitely don't want, so Mima it is. So we'll move Bubbles and Mima down here. Mima will definitely be interested in ranching, but they'll do everything else while we're waiting. And they can have increased farming. And schedule, we will add the third downtime slot right there. Yep, now we're waiting for someone. Yeah, we don't want people going through these doors. Not that there's anything bad about it, I just find it annoying. And up here will be food production. Looks like we got plenty of the muckroot. That's awesome. Plenty of mealwood seeds. Yeah, so this is very much Terra. Ooh, and there's a cool steam vent and reed fiber. We are doing great. Looks like we got plenty of water to start. What's down here? More slime. And this is probably the other cool steam vents right there. I can just tell by the shape of the point of interest. That's just what they look like. Next is supercomputer. And we can now almost make a Great Hall. We'll get that queued up. Oops, looks like supercomputer research is done. And I actually go and do the automation wire next, just out of habit. Oh, I don't have enough copper ore. Alright, let's dig up some more copper ore. Oh no, there's plenty more up there. I thought we were a bit low on copper ore. We are, but we got plenty of slime and gold amalgam around us. And I also want to build more oxygen. Yep, more hatches, good. Building entombment. Window. Apparently somewhere there's a window. Okay, who do we got? Suit wearing farming, digging, suit wearing supplying, but a snorer that we don't want. Decreased husbandry we don't particularly care about. So you have decreased machinery and plus machinery. Increased germ resistance. Alright, we have our first skills. Looks like it. Digging. Operating. Research. Farming. And while you do have farming, we're also going to tell you to do all the tidying, toggling, and life support. And yet we are still low on copper ore. Let's come up here and we'll dig this up. We're almost there with our Great Hall. All you need is a flower pot with a plant in it, and that gives you the decor requirement. And then obviously make it into a room. And then we're starting to put in the flower pots for food production. And we'll do meal lice into lice loaf, and that should be good enough. There we go. Great haul. Lots of extra bonus just for making it the biggest size you can with the flower pot. Research is done. Now we're going to go for rock crusher. That way we can make refined metal, and then will be time for probably coal generator. We've got to be worried about heat from this, but we'll be able to deal with it. We can expand our bedrooms just a little bit. I'll probably go up to 8 dupes and then leave it there for a little bit while I get everything else stabilized. Plenty of oxygen production. Food's about to come along. And looks like it's time for dupe number 6. Who do we got? Builder Tidier. Mole hands is good. Farting's just annoying. You just end up with natural gas everywhere you don't want it. Decreased construction, but digger cook that can also ranch and farm. Ada, you are perfect. Your priority is going to be cooking, but you can do anything else. Speaking of which, it's probably time to start getting food making and storing. Have this be the food storage. And this is obviously not the final place for the bathroom, but it's a good enough place to get it started. Alright, time for more research. We're at cycle 10. We're getting ready for power. And we're at refinement. Tossing the rock crusher. An early base is just throw anything down wherever it fits and go nuts. Ooh, I could probably get to that without hitting any germs. And you, copper ore. You need skills of a cook. I'm putting in coal generator. And I got in some big jumbo batteries. And even though I plan on using a smart battery with the coal generators, having those jumbo batteries up there will actually help with the rock crusher. Where do I want my pole? Well, probably both sides anyway, but let's start here. Make it easier for the dupes to get up and down. Actually, what I can probably do is put in another couple of sinks right here and put in some slime storage. We want a place for the gas to go, and that's going to have to pack in. And who do we got? Operator researcher, decreased machinery. Again, operators that can't do both. And a rancher that has decreased ranching. How many dupes am I at? 6. Probably want this. And the reason being is he can immediately go into advanced research and then they can both work the supercomputer. You're also operating, right? Yep, perfect. Power research is done, and we have just enough for the smart battery and some automation wire. Perfect. That way dupes can stop running on the wheel. And I can start dealing with this slime. I want to set the direction so they only clean on the way out. Oh, and research, where do we want to go? Probably plumbing. Actually, no, I want to get the refrigerator first. Set that to 5,000 of coal. Up that priority a little bit. We don't need them really both to run right away, but getting one running is good. You are going to need that. Here we go. Now we can deconstruct the gerbil wheel. You need water. These need to have their priorities upped. And I don't have slime yet. And that should be enough water right there. Alright. We're just crushing along. Let me queue up the slime side. So if I queued this correctly, I should be leaving those plants alone for some free reed fiber and food. That is the plan. And once I dig up some slime, then I can start storing it in here, and then I'll come up with some way of dealing with it. Alright, refrigerators are ready. Let's get to plumbing. And I just want to knock out all the plumbing stuff. And we want, yeah, everything. And as these pump out carbon dioxide, it'll make this a sterile environment and my food will be good. Actually, I don't even need to store the slime in there because I just want to dump it down in a pool of water. No, I need to up the priorities on these. Like insufficient oxygen because they're not delivering the algae. Alright, we'll let them get caught up on this. And we are back on cycle 15 looking at another dupe. Requires light to sleep, I never want, that's just annoying. Mouth breather is annoying but easier to deal with. And it looks like Meep's going to be our rocketeer. Because we definitely don't want someone who requires light to sleep. So before, we'll probably stop on 8 dupes for a little bit, at least until I get an electrolyzer oxygen system set up. And research is just cranking along. I love having 2 researchers. Ooh, you know what I haven't seen? There's the transporter. Okay. So we got there should be the 2 warp things over there. Okay, and I think they changed it. There used to be oil up here. Oh, nope, there still is. Look, crude oil. And I forgot to check that last time, whether that's enough crude oil to make enough petroleum to make enough plastic. So we're going to try that out. We're going to grab that oil, mop it up, and then toss it through a refinery and see what happens. Food-wise, we're doing good. Consumables, we don't want them eating the meal lice. We want to turn it into lice loaf. Lice loaf isn't the best, but it's better than just eating the meal lice by itself. Actually, thinking about research, what I probably need to do is get the deodorizer so I can put that right here so polluted oxygen doesn't come out from this side. So once this research is done, we will go for deodorizers. Got plenty of dirt. Research, deodorizers. And the deodorizer is finished building. So we can get a couple of those made. Start to clean up this polluted oxygen. Slime lung isn't that bad to deal with, but it's mostly, you can actually run into dupes suffocating because they can't breathe and they can't move fast enough. I'm just going to toss a bunch in, just try to keep the polluted oxygen on the left-hand side. And what I want to try when I get over to the swamp map is whether or not I can pump in enough oxygen through the teleporter to stop everything outgassing. We're actually going to make a... How much copper do I have? 7 tons of copper, 6 tons of gold. There's more copper ore over here. Okay. Let's get ready for that conductive wire. So I was just thinking that I wanted to stop at 8 dupes. And here's the first time I found a Mechtronics engineer, and Lyra's awesome. Mechtronics with building, operating, and decorating. Only downside is can't do doctoring. Like, I can't turn that down. So, luckily we already have 9 beds. And it does throw off a little bit of my oxygen and some other stuff, but it should be fine. But going straight into Mechtronics just makes life so much easier. Operating, building. I mean, look at that. I'll grab these other skills while we're here. And so as soon as I can research shipping, then I can start automating things. There. I'll start dealing with the polluted oxygen. And now we can just up the priority. And watch them build. So, got this just about dug out. We got in some more deodorizers that will clean up the polluted oxygen for us. We have our teleporter output. I've not seen the teleporter input yet. It's around here somewhere. The last set of printables I just ignored. It was like brine and a whole bunch of dupes I didn't want. So we can start getting ready for a water tank. Let's do that. And right here seems like a perfectly fine place for it. You need to come down, and then we'll pump this little bit of water over, we'll pump that water up, and it will all be glorious. Water tank is just about built. I've gotten some dupes getting the starvation warning because there have been some slime lungs, which means that my downtime isn't long enough for them to come back and get food. Because they're running slow because they have slime lung. Because I have 9 dupes, giving them an extra downtime slot doesn't hurt me too much productivity-wise. And then we're just getting the pump put in. Now we're about to lose a hatch that fell through. That's fine. We'll get some barbecue out of them. Food-wise, we're holding steady at around 50,000. These need carbon dioxide. So once I clean up this, I might just pump carbon dioxide over to that side. We definitely need some storage tanks for stuff we don't want outgassing. Research-wise, we're done with the plumbing. Right now I'm knocking out the last of the oxygen research, except for that one. And then we'll get on to power. How hot is it up here? Warm, but not horrible. This doesn't look hot. I'm pretty sure that's a cool steam vent over there, but it might not be. Alright, and we want oxalate. Rock pile and polluted dirt. That way we can just keep that stuff from outgassing. I just want to crack this open, get all this water down to the pump, and then pump it into the tank. Got plenty more slime on this side we'll also have to deal with, but that won't be too bad. Kind of do the same thing we did over here, where we just carve off a section. Oh. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to do power next. We're already overpowering. How come I'm not getting that warning? Stress and breathability, but I have not gotten a your power wires are breaking warning. Alright, well, pumps in, 27 cycles in. This is just as good of a basic base as I could ask for. So thank you very much for watching. This should be a fun little playthrough, trying to see what the spaced out DLC is like if you start on the regular type of map and then expand from there. Looks like the only main thing we get different is the Sweetles, Sulfur, whatever they're going to call this biome. I hope you're all having a wonderful day and had a wonderful holiday, and we'll see you in the next episode.